joy. Welcome, everybody. If you are hopping in here, appreciate you. Thank you so much for hopping in here. I'm going to get onto the TikTok today. If you have any questions, please go ahead, let me know. And I do have some subscribers now. I do appreciate it if you hopped in, if you're subscribing, if you want to listen to me give fantasy football advice. The YouTube page is the number one place for me to give it. So, thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you so much for coming in here. In all seriousness, thank you. Thank you. Cannot thank you enough for everything you guys do. I'm going to get on my TikTok live. TikTok. Where's my TikTok live? There it is. We'll put both of you side by side. We'll put you right here. That way I can see exactly what's going on. Minimize this. Boom, big diggy boom. Doom, diggy diggy doom. YouTube chat, I will be back here in a second. Let me get my TikTok up and running live, baby. Live. Welcome, everybody, to Fantasy Football for Dummies. This is your host, Trevor Lee Hamadou. Appreciate you guys stopping in here, dropping by. Put your emojis in here. Drop your question below. I will get to it as fast as I possibly can. I appreciate everybody being in here. And remember, the YouTube live chat is preferred compared to the TikTok live chat. So if we could get on there, then that would be what would be best for me. Told you Dak was better. Man, you did. And man, you were right, but that's fine. Dak was good. I didn't think he was going to be bad, but it is what it is. We get things wrong sometimes. We got a lot of things on Thanksgiving correct, though. We got Romeo Doubs. We got the Packers offense all correct. We were very happy, actually, pretty much with everything I was saying. Here and there were some things that were not 100% right, but that's going to happen. What are you going to do? You know, can't be 100% right all the time. Otherwise, I'd be a millionaire. And I'm not. I would not be here if I'm a millionaire. I'll be quite honest with you. So let's get to the questions. Drop your questions below. Put the emoji by your question, and I will get to your question as fast as I possibly can. Remember, the YouTube live is live. So if you get on the YouTube chat, you will be preferred compared to the TikTok chat. Remember that. If you put the emoji by your question, I will get to your question as fast as I possibly can. And I will not be saying this the whole entire time. So make sure to put that emoji by your question. Give that follow. I will get to your question as fast as I can. All these things are free. Please do not give me roses, because the best thing you could do is follow. Just drop that emoji. Follow when you drop that emoji. And I will get to your question. Devin Neal or Deebo Samuel? Okay. Samuel. Sorry. This one's a tough one for me. I'm preferring Devin Neal, believe it or not. Deebo Samuel, I think, is a good play. Don't get me wrong, or a better play usually. But Denver Broncos defense scares me. Washington scares me. I'm going with Devin Neal. Ben, I appreciate you. Make sure you give a follow. C. Holla. Appreciate you. Give him a holla. Wandell, Diggs, or Jay Jettas. Definitely going Jay Jettas. It is what it is. He's going to be the best play here. I understand a little bit with Diggs. Wandell, you have a high floor. But Jay Jettas, you just have to play him if you got him. Let's be honest here. All right, drop your emoji below. Go to the YouTube live if you are not being patient enough and you want your questions in here. Spam that chat, please, if you want to, or you can just go to the YouTube live at Fantasy Football for Dummies to get your questions answered. Saul reports Daniel Jones' lateral movement is very limited. Play Houston D or Denver D versus Mariota. I think we still go Daniel Jones. It sounds like Daniel Jones has been playing with this for a while. I understand his lateral movement might not be as good, but it hasn't mattered. He's still scored fantasy points. He still uses his legs. Go put Daniel Jones in your lineup. I mean, if you have somewhat of a better option than Mariota, then go him. All right, Sutton or Diggs. Courtland Sutton, tough matchup today. Diggs, a much better matchup against the Giants. Diggs, the last few games, has dropped off a little bit, but overall, he's still a wide receiver 1 for a good team. Actually, just this past game, just 3 targets, 20-yard game against Cincinnati. I think that's an anomaly. Bama Smith, appreciate the follow and the emoji by your question. Again, go to the YouTube live. If you are not patient enough, you need your question answered, that's preferred. That is Fantasy Football for Dummies on YouTube. Harrison or Wandell. I like Marvin Harrison Jr. A lot of people love Wandell, but I will tell you this. I do love Wandell. I like his high floor. If you are already projected to win, go Wandell. If you want to get a high amount of points and you need a high ceiling, not necessarily a higher floor, go Harrison. I mean, Harrison has a better chance of getting you a big game than Wandell does. I understand he had a big game, but he's not going to have that every week. I'm a Giants fan. I've been watching this guy. Wandell or Harvey, help twin. I'm going Harvey, baby. Give me Harvey. Harvey is rookie running back I absolutely love with the matchup. Sean Payton likes him. You saw in my last post. If you have not, go look at my last post. I talk about RJ Harvey there quite a bit, and I just don't see why we wouldn't play Harvey. A lot of people are ranking him too low, in my opinion. Start Jacoby, QJ, Deebo, or Jaden Higgins. Okay. And this is on the YouTube live. It's, oh yeah, Jose. Appreciate you, Jose, coming in here. All right. I'm not playing QJ. I'm going to be quite honest with you. Jaden Higgins is interesting. Jacoby is more interesting to me. But the most interesting, unfortunately for you, is Deebo Samuel. It is Denver defense. But at the same time, we're looking at a guy. He's gotten at least 5 targets this past 4 games. We don't know if any of these guys are getting targets, or getting at least 5 targets. Let's be quite honest. And he's probably getting more targets than that. So I'm chasing the volume there. Shakir or Diggs, light speed on the YouTube live. Again, if you go on YouTube live, you will be preferred. And I will get to your question. People who put emojis in there, you're second to most preferred. You do not need to gift me. Please do not gift me. I do not deserve it. And nor do I really want it. I just want the follow and the emojis. That helps me more than anything. And the YouTube, if you can like and subscribe, of course. Shakir or Diggs? I like Diggs more than Shakir. Personally, against the Giants, better matchup. Shakir had a good game last week. As we know, I'm not a huge Shakir fan because he's so hit or miss. I never know when to play him. He does have a decent matchup with Pittsburgh, but I just don't see how we can play Shakir over Diggs. I think Diggs is much better. I almost said Mariota. Mario the King, on YouTube Live. Harrison or Harvey? I prefer Harvey. I'm not too big on playing a wide receiver about the same caliber as your wide receiver, because RJ Harvey has a much better matchup. I think he's going to get a lot more work after a bye week. Rookie running backs tend to get more work after bye weeks. You can go look at my last post. Again, I talk about that a little bit. It's more of a memeable type of thing, but I do have quite a bit of information if you get past the 30 seconds in the past of looking at rookie running backs. Okay, let's get to the TikTok live. I don't have any more YouTube live as of now. So, Stranger Schultz, I see you. Swag, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the emoji. Strange or Schultz. Sorry, Schultz. Schultz. Dalton Schultz, I haven't liked the past few weeks. Let's see how he's done. Yeah, I mean, 1 reception last game, 6 receptions the other day. I'm chasing receptions and volume if I'm you. Looking for tight ends. And honestly, Strange might be strange. I'm probably going Dalton Schultz over Strange. Don't feel great about it, to be quite honest with you. I'll go Strange over Schultz. I can't do that. I'll go Strange over Schultz. Hayden on the YouTube Live. Thank you. Pick 2, Olave, Michael Wilson, T-Mac. Make sure you like and follow. Appreciate you, Hayden, coming in here. Pick 2, Olave, Michael Wilson, and T-Mac. I think I gotta go Olave, and I think I go T-Mac, considering Wilson will be the wide receiver 2 today. I do think they use him, but I still like T-Mac a little bit more, even against this Rams defense. Okay, let's get back to the TikTok. Appreciate the follow, Wendy. Wendy, if you put that emoji by your question, I will get to your question. I don't see it, but I appreciate the follow. Make sure to put that emoji by your question. The roses are great. I will look for you and get to your question, but I do not prefer roses. I'd much rather have the emoji by your question and the follow. So appreciate you, Fernie. Let me get to your question. Fernie, I do not see your question, so I assume that you don't have one. Okay, put that emoji by your question. Wendy, Parker Washington or Kirk? I like Parker Washington a lot more. You got a younger player who has more upside. Miami's already out of it. I see them wanting to use him even more than they already have. Cayenne, appreciate the follow. Thank you so much, Graylin, as well, for following. You guys are the best. Jack, appreciate you follow. Put that emoji by your question. I'll get to you. Fernie Wap, I see you. I got DK, K. Allen, MD, Woody Marks on bench. I think all of those are fine to put on benches as long as you have somebody, as long as you have a decent lineup in there. DK is kind of interesting to me. He's the most interesting out of all those. Woody Marks could be interesting, but at the end of the day, not liking Woody Marks as much. Again, if you go to the YouTube Live, that's the preferred place to get your questions answered. Ted or Sutton, Tedero McMillan, basically, is what I'm going, Tristan. I'd have him about 2 tiers above Sutton at this point. Warren or Neal? Warren has a great matchup. I can't go him over Neal. Warren's been RB1, RB2 material all year long, and I can't ignore the 18 carries coming off an injury. I think that's important. A lot of people are worried Gainwell's getting more carries, but at the end of the day, if you get 18 carries and you get 50% of the snaps, I'm still trusting you as of now. We'll watch it, but flex spot, Kirk or Schultz. I like the wide receiver in this case because Schultz is not that interesting to me. Let's see the matchup. So the matchup is Indianapolis, but Indianapolis can be had on defense, believe it or not, and you don't have Sauce Gardner on you when you have Kirk. So that's a good thing. But these Houston wide receivers, I guess, are starting to come up between Jalen Noel and Jaden Higgins. So keep that in mind. I might end up going Schultz, actually. I might change my mind there. Because now you have 4 wide receivers. That's a packed room. CJ Stroud hasn't been as good, and Houston does not score many points in order to get through. They get yards. Put that emoji by your question, guys. I will get to your question as fast as I possibly can. Neal, Mike Wilson. Oh, I have a, okay, let me get I already said it, so. Neal, Mike Wilson, or Shakir. Must win, baby. Jack, appreciate you. Mike Wilson, I think, is possibly the most interesting, as in I don't know what he's going to do, so high ceiling there with Michael Wilson, but I think you have to go Neal. That's a safer play. Miami lets up 114 yards per game, and Neal's going to get that start, it seems like. So, YouTube Live, appreciate you. Will Madison, appreciate you. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm not able to see if you do, so thank you so much if you already have. Will, Baker or Brissett? Brissett now has, I mean, it hasn't mattered, but Harrison does help him a little bit. Baker's been a little bit questionable of late. I kind of like Brissett, but it is a high-scoring game, and I think Tampa Bay is favored. But look for maybe Bucky Irving to get more work. All right, thank you so much. Marv or Jefferson. I'm Trey, make sure to like and follow. I'm preferring Jefferson over Marv. I'm not quite there yet. I have some belief in Jefferson. If you're going to be speculating, I think they find a way to throw the ball to him. Jackson, I appreciate the follow. Make sure to put an emoji by your question next time. Herbert or Stafford? I prefer Stafford at Carolina. He's been really good all year. Herbert, I had to move him down a little bit, even with Las Vegas matchup. Just didn't do well that last game, and really hasn't been super consistent with his points. So I'm willing to move him down a little bit in my ranks. Not all the way down, but just a little bit. All right, put that emoji by your question, guys. I will get to your question. And if you want to go to YouTube Live to be preferred, like and subscribe there, and make sure to go to YouTube Live. You will be preferred for your question. Sutton or Ladd? I definitely go in Ladd. I'm not a big Sutton guy this week. You got some Denver youngsters that are going to get the ball a little bit more than usual. I'm not a huge fan of Bo Nix and this Denver offense. They have been good, but I just don't see Bo Nix continuing to do well against these defenses. It seems like he's starting to get figured out by defenses, and he's not adjusting as well as I'd hope. We'll see, though. Coming off a bye, he might. Kenneth Walker or Jaylen Warren? Ryan, appreciate the follow. Thank you for the emojis. I'm preferring Jaylen Warren. I'm not a big Kenneth Walker guy this year. Jaylen Warren, Buffalo matchup, bottom five, matchup, which is really good. So, Kenneth Walker against Minnesota, meh. But you got Charbonnet there. He's been taking a little bit more work from Charbonnet, but still questionable to me. Aiden, Wandell, Devin Neal, or Judkins at the flex. I think you have to go Judkins. You just have to. Right? I think we have to go Judkins. Wandell might be close, but I guess he's not as volatile with that PPR floor, so you can consider him almost like a running back. Devin Neal's not quite there yet, but I'll put Judkins in the flex. Addison, Tutton, or Pitts, PPR league, must-win week. Alicio, we'll get you the must-win. Okay. Addison, Tutton, or Pitts. Oh, that is a tough draw. I'm not going to lie to you. I'll do my best, though. All right. Let's look deeply into the Minnesota matchup. Let's see if Addison could actually do something against Seattle. Let's see. I'm not liking that he literally is just dropped off that offense since McCarthy's got there. If McCarthy just goes off, I mean, that's your best bet. Tutton could be even more interesting just because he's getting more and more work. He's continuing to do a little bit. I mean, I guess last game he kind of got less work, but man, I'm so sorry. Kyle Pitts, I'm probably going with against the Jets, and Kirk Cousins back there. I hope he peppers him with targets. That's my hope. I don't know if I love it per se, but okay. Ricardo Rodriguez Olivares, appreciate you coming in here in the YouTube live. If you want to go on the YouTube, you're preferred there. I'll get to your questions quicker if you go on YouTube. And that's Fantasy Football for Dummies right up here. You can see it on the top and type that into YouTube. Pick one: Olave, Marvin Harrison, Michael Wilson, BTJ. Olave for sure, Ricardo. Listen, Olave is a very good wide receiver, not a great offense, but he's just proven himself week after week. Okay, finally the targets are matching the yards. Okay, 104 yards, 70 yards, 57 yards, 63 yards, 98. He just needs to get touchdowns, which I think will happen. Unk, you tweaking. Appreciate you, TC, dropping in here. I ain't tweaking. Get on the YouTube, TC. BTJ or Aaron Jones? Do we trust BTJ? I think we trust BTJ a little more than Aaron Jones. If you want a higher ceiling, go BTJ. Higher floor, we got Aaron Jones. Put that emoji by your question, guys. Again, go on the YouTube live if you want to have your question on there. Vidal, and keep spamming that chat and put the emoji in there. Keep that emoji in there so I can get to it. YouTube live, Logan. Vidal, Judkins, or Warren? I definitely am going Judkins. Warren's interesting to me, but Judkins is a little bit better. Flex 1 for half PPR. Franklin, Dowdle, DK, Otten, or Debo? I think you go Dowdle. I understand your hesitancy with Dowdle, but at the end of the day, we have to ride or die with that kind of usage. I mean, he was getting 200 yards a game. What if he gets 150 yards a game this game? You're going to be killing yourself, you know? Erdo, Dowdle, Michael Wilson, or I think you go Dowdle. I think you just have to. Again, YouTube live chat is preferred. Pittman or Wan'Dale. Kanye says, we'll get to that real quick. I like Wan'Dale more than Pittman. Pittman, tough matchup. Wan'Dale, high floor. I like the PPR machine there. All right. You say more cowbell. I say more catches. Flex 1 for half PPR. Franklin, Dowdle, DK, Otten, or Debo. Oh, we went there. We went there already. Play 3 on a must-win matchup. All right, let's go. T1G4R. Appreciate you. He's got the Black Ops logo. Appreciate that. RJ, Neal, Vidal, Knight. Ooh, I like RJ. I like Neal. Those could be really interesting for you. Go the rookie route. I like that. All right, you need one more. Vidal and Knight is also kind of tough, but I could see the upside in Knight. Vidal. I think we go Knight. Go the Knight in Shining Armor and Bam Knight. I like that a little bit. I mean, Las Vegas, I understand. Tampa Bay, also bad on defense. Marv or Tet, a brogue. Again, YouTube live chat is preferred. I'll try to get to some of these TikTokers on here, putting in the chat. Marv or Tet. I got Tet over Marv still. Pick one. Myers, Chimery, Rodriguez. All right, Chris Rodriguez is interesting. I like Myers, though. Jacksonville, they seem to like him a little bit. They're starting to get him more targets. We'll keep seeing what happens. Guys, go on the YouTube if you want to be preferred. Purdy or Jones. I prefer Daniel Jones, even with the broken leg. He's been really good, even with that broken leg. T. Warren or Gadsden. Kind of like Gadsden, but I kind of like Warren. This is interesting. I prefer Oronde Gadsden. I think the Chargers figure out the way to get him the ball. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Stranger, Hunter Henry, Ricardo. I'm going Hunter Henry all the way. Don't catch me slacking there. Hunter Henry against this Giants defense. Give me Monday Night Football. I wouldn't expect fireworks, but I would expect volume. Put that emoji by your question on the TikTok. I will get to your question. If you want to go on YouTube Live, you are preferred there. Your question is preferred there. And as Fantasy Football for Dummies. But if you put that emoji by your question on TikTok, I will get to your question as well. But I don't see any emojis by your questions. Please go ahead and do so as quickly as you can. Herbert or Brissett? I prefer Herbert over Brissett. Again, Herbert moved down my ranks, but not quite that far. Still like Herbert a little bit. ETN or Marv? ETN, great matchup this week. Go ETN. Thank you. Put that emoji by your question, guys. If you want to be have your question answered on the live, appreciate you. Pick 2, Franklin, Shakir, or Gainwell. Appreciate you. I'm going to go Franklin, and I'm going to go Shakir. I don't feel great about it, but Gainwell, I don't like the inconsistent usage as of now. Malik Washington or Jerry Jeudy? I think Jerry Jeudy could be interesting. Give me Jerry Jeudy, but I'm not feeling great about that, but we'll see. Start Judkins, Michael Wilson, or MHJ? I think we prefer Judkins. Wilson and MHJ could do well, but I think I prefer Judkins. Judkins, decent matchup, just doesn't get many catches consistently. That worries me a bit. Judkins or DK? Again, I got Judkins over DK. I like Judkins' matchup, just doesn't get as many catches, so he's a little bit further down my ranks than usual. Rico or Myers? Rico. John WFFUU and the YouTube Live, thank you. Troy Franklin, Stephon Diggs, Olave, or Justin Jefferson. Bench 2, please. Full PPR. Okay, if I'm benching 2, probably benching Troy Franklin. Probably benching Stephon Diggs. Appreciate you. MIKE with the boxing gloves. Appreciate you coming in here. Boxing. All right. F250. Appreciate you with the rose. Thank you. F250. Put your question in here as quickly as you can so I can get to you. And MIKE. Appreciate you. Put those questions in here as quickly as you can. Spam that chat. Don't mind. And I'll get to your question. Starting both Steelers running backs. Should I start Vidal over either. I would personally maybe, if you need a high floor, Gainwell might not be a bad start there. I would personally, if Hampton's not going, which it sounds like he's not, I might go Vidal. There is no offensive line there. He did lose some carries last week. I might just go Gainwell. I'm not going to lie there. I think that's a decent ask. Put that emoji by your question, guys, and give that follow if you haven't already given that follow. And make sure to go to the YouTube page. Like and subscribe there if you want your question preferred. But if you want your question preferred on the TikTok Live, put your emoji by your question. Do not try to gift me. I appreciate you gifting me. I will get to your question if you do that, but please do not do that. It's harder to find your question. If you put the emoji by your question, give a follow, it's much easier. Full PPR, Jay Jettas or Tet. I got Jay Jettas over Tet, just barely. Call me crazy. I think McCarthy will have to figure it out, right? He does? Right? Bucky Irving or RJ Harvey, I just can't ignore that Bucky Irving is that talented. Facing Arizona, decent matchup, but I think he's that talented, coming off an injury, so maybe not getting that much work as usual, but I see Bucky Irving having a game, baby. A game. Michael Wilson or Troy Franklin. I prefer Michael Wilson, I believe, but they're pretty close together. I have Troy Franklin right near where Alec Pierce is, so I surprised myself there. And that makes sense. Troy Franklin's matchup pretty good. Coming off a bye week, that means he's going to get more volume. I don't know why I surprised myself. I literally made a video talking about Troy Franklin. Am I going Theo Johnson, Gadsden, Schultz, or you gotta go Gadsden there, or Claus. Mr. Santa Claus in the chat. Appreciate you. Make sure to put emoji by your question. Make sure to give a follow, as I do not do this for free. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Actually, I do this for free. I do not make any money from this, is what I meant. I don't know why I worded it that way. Justin, I do appreciate you giving me that rose. If you could put your question in here, spam that chat. I will get to your question as fast as I possibly can. Please do not give me roses. I would rather with the emojis. It's easier to get to more people's questions. Shakira Mooney, Justin says, Ryder, appreciate the rose. Again, please do not gift me. It's a lot harder to find questions, and it's okay, Shakira Mooney. I'm probably preferring Mooney over Shakir, but I don't feel great about it. I think we're just chasing volume. Ryder. All right, for the Ryder Cup. Ryder, what is your question? Spam that chat. Make sure to do that so I can get to your question a little bit easier. Continue to spam that chat so I can see you, Ryder. You're my Ryder guy. Okay, and the emojis by your question before we get to Ryder, because I do not see him yet. Mooney or MHJ? I got MHJ over Mooney personally. I think we have a high upside day. Coming back from appendicitis, we'll see. Jesus is king. Strange or Gadsden? I got Gadsden. I do not like Strange that much to put him even close to Gadsden. So, yeah, I mean, Strange is a good, decent streamer, but I'm not quite there yet where I'm saying Gadsden. I'm going Gadsden over Warren, for example. So, keep that in mind. Yes, I'm looking at you, TikTok. Guys, put that emoji by your question. If you want me to answer your question, please go ahead and do so. I will get to your question. I see a lot of people putting questions in here. I want you to put your question with an emoji so I can get to it a little bit easier. And if you go to the YouTube, I prefer your chat on the YouTube, as I will get to your question a little bit easier. Booty or Vidal? I think we go Vidal at that point. Booty is pretty far down my ranks. So you're probably in a deeper league. You got the Giants. I get it. But I think Vidal against Vegas, hopefully we get some work. Parker Washington or DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf, decent matchup. Let's go him. I understand your worries with that, but DK Metcalf's been fairly consistently getting targets in the red zone, and so we can't ignore that. I thought that was going to be an anomaly. It usually is, but sometimes it's not. Look at Devontae Adams, DK Metcalf. They seem to be getting more red zone targets than anybody else, and they consistently do each week. Jaylen Warren or Devin Neal. Jaylen Warren's been RB2 all season long, maybe RB1. You could argue. Got 18 carries last game. Bottom 5 defense against Buffalo. I would go Jaylen Warren simply because he's more talented against a similar defense. They both let up a ton of yards per game. They let up touchdowns. So Jaylen Warren, I prefer over Neal. Neal, I do think, has a good game, though. Nix or Brissett? I think Bo Nix is better than Brissett, despite what I said before. Bo Nix runs the ball. Decent amount of fantasy points today. Go Bo Nix. Quick question. Who should Bubblegum Boy? Appreciate you. Make sure you give that follow if you haven't already, guys. If you haven't given that follow, I will get to your question as fast as I possibly can. Put that emoji and give that follow. It helps me get to your question. Thank you. Jackson Dart or Justin Herbert or Matthew Stafford. Okay, I think I'll go Matthew Stafford again. Herbert moved down my ranks quite a bit. Jackson Dart is interesting. I get it. He runs the ball. Rookie playing. But I'm not quite in love with him this week, or really in a lot of weeks. He's really just getting garbage time touchdowns. What if we get into a scenario where we don't get garbage time? Because he's been barely getting to what he needs to get to with garbage time. Start one, Gadsden, Keenan, or Jaden Higgins in my flex, Mulholland. I think we go Gadsden. That's one of my top tight ends this week. So, what are your thoughts on kickers this week? Okay. I hate kickers, honestly, in fantasy football. They're so hard. Whoever's scoring the most points this week, that's basically who I go for. So let's look at the over-unders. I'll answer your question the best of my ability. I'm not big on kickers. You basically just look at, hey, look, is this team going to score a lot of points? Yes. So then we go toward there. So let's look at the highest over-unders of the week, at least so far. I know the highest ones were on Thanksgiving. All right, so 44.5 in the Panthers and Rams game. Rams also favored, so that kicker, whoever's on the Rams. I also prefer Tampa Bay's kicker, favored in that game, 44.5. Indianapolis's kicker could be interesting, 43.5 over under, and a decent red zone defense against them, so maybe get some field goal attempts rather than touchdown extra points, I meant. And Buffalo's kicker and Steelers kicker with a high over-under. So those are my preferred kickers. All right, let's get to the questions. Go to the YouTube Live if you want to be preferred. Again, go on YouTube and like and subscribe and put your questions in there. You will be preferred over everybody, including the people with emojis on the TikTok. Start RJ Harvey over Emeka. I'm not there yet. I'm going Emeka over RJ Harvey, but I do like RJ Harvey. Guys, go ahead and give a follow. Put your emoji in by your question, and make sure to spam that chat. I will get to your question as fast as I possibly can. Jaylen Warren or Judkins, explain why. I got Judkins over Jaylen Warren, but it's close. San Francisco's defense missing some linebackers. Their defense has actually not been as good as beginning of the year due to injuries. Jaylen Warren, again, a good back. I get it, but he's been losing some carries to Gainwell. This Cleveland offense, if they want to do anything, and honestly, it seems like they might do something. They really might do something in this game, as it's a 5.5 point spread. I understand the points is low, but I would think that they have to run the ball to stay in that game. And if they expect it to be within a touchdown, the sports books, I'd imagine they'd have to run that ball. Don't expect Shedeur Sanders to just go out there and fling the ball. It could happen, but I don't see it happening. I don't predict it to happen, I should say. Not that I'm a Shedeur Sanders hater. I do want to cheer for him. Pick 2, brother. Appreciate you, Aiden. Marvin Harrison. Michael Wilson. Wan'Dale. I'm going Wan'Dale. PPR glitch, baby. He's just going to get you the amount of points you need each and every week. You can't expect much upside. The best upside we're going to get ever in his career was last week. I can't imagine it's any better than that. So New England this week, play him. He's going to get catches. It'll be fine. Monday Night Football, go watch him. Have fun. Sam, pick 2. Make sure to put emoji by your question, guys. Pick 2, Pierce, QJ, Parker Washington, or Jennings. Juwan Jennings, I'm never been really a big fan of, but if you have to play him, I'm okay with it. But Pierce, just getting a lot of targets. I like Pierce a lot. In my back end wide receiver 2, top end wide receiver 3 conversations, because he's getting targeted. I don't know. He's getting that snap rate, 90%, 95%, 96% snap rate. He didn't get that many targets last game, but before that, we got 10, 5, 13, 7. I think last week, just facing off against Kansas City was a tough matchup. Again, Houston, tough matchup too, but I prefer him over any of these guys, even in a tough matchup. Judkins, Franklin, or Wilson in the flex. Full PPR. Full PPR does change things a bit, but I still go Judkins. I think he still gets some catches out there. We will see. Make sure to get some emojis by those questions, guys. Walker or Sutton. I think we go Walker. But I'm not feeling. I don't love Walker, but I do have to say I'd rather play him against Minnesota. He's still going to get some touches. Even full PPR. Harvey or Dowdle? Go Dowdle. Harvey I like a lot. I'm not quite there where I'm going to play Dowdle. Harvey over Dowdle. I mean, we saw Dowdle get 200 yards a couple times. Appreciate you, George. What is your question? Shakir or Sutton? Cage says, and I got Sutton over Shakir still. Georgie, what is your question? Please do not gift me. I do appreciate the gifts. Don't get me wrong. But it's harder for me to get to your questions if I have to go search for the gift. George, just keep spamming that. Oh, I see it. Do I start Parker Washington or Pittman? You still got Pittman. Parker Washington, it's been good. I don't expect him to be super good like Pittman can be. A tougher matchup, I understand that, but I still have Parker Washington like a couple tiers down. I wouldn't put him in that category yet. Guys, go ahead and put the emoji buyer questions. I will get to it as fast as I possibly can. Please go ahead and do so before we get to 1 o'clock. We got 4 minutes. Speed round, baby. Start Jalen Warren, Torrey Franklin, or Michael Wilson. I got Jalen Warren over all of those. Next question. Devontae Adams over 50 yards. I hope so. I'm not. I would say yes. Flex. Jay Jettas. Franklin. Waddle. I'm probably preferring Waddle. These are speed rounds, so I'm not going to explain too much so I can get to everybody's question. It's up in here, though. Olave. MHJ. BTJ. Michael Wilson. I'm going Olave. I'm going BTJ, and I'm going MHJ. Who do I start at tight end? Strange, Waller, or Pitts? Don't hate me. Don't hate me, but I'm going Pitts. Rico, Olave, or Kyren? I got Kyren, I think, over all those. Meyer, or Parker Washington, or Woody Marks as flex? Woody Marks. Woody, Neal, QJ, Vidal, pick 2. Woody and Neal. That's who I'm picking. Put that emoji by your questions. I'll get to it as fast as I possibly can. Start Warren or Gainwell. Warren. Myers or Parker Washington or Woody Marks. I got Woody Marks. Start Rico or Michael Wilson. I got Rico. Woody. Okay. And I can't explain it too much. I only have so much time to get to everyone's question. So put that emoji by your question so I get to it faster. Hall, Kyren, or Jefferson in the flex. I got Kyren. Pick one. Tet, K9, Vidal, Bucky. Bucky. Tet's close, but I got Bucky. Kyren Williams, Travion Henderson. Give me Travion. Don't at me. Marks or Neal. I got Neal. Kyren. Okay, we already went there. Franklin or Marvin Harrison. I got Marvin Harrison. Fannin or Pitts. I got Fannin. Kyren or Judkins. I got Kyren. Neal, Genty, or Rico. Please pick 2. Genty, Rico. LeBron James or Tyler Woods? Come on, we need real questions. Sorry, Junior. It would be funny if I wasn't speed routing in like 2 minutes to help people. Michael Wilson or Sutton? Michael Wilson. Dowdle or Tet? I got Dowdle. Keep it going. Baker or Tua? I got... I think we go Baker. No. Go Tua. I have Tua. Hawk Tua. Fannin or Gadsden? Gadsden. Keenan Allen or Q Johnson? Keenan Allen. Fannin or Gadsden. Pittman, Theo, or Charbonnet? Got Pittman. Start Wilson over Marv? No, Marv. Parker Washington or Q Johnson? Parker Washington. Pittman, Theo, or Charbonnet? Got Pittman. Diggs, Olave, Harvey, Neal, K9. Pick 3. Diggs, Olave, and Harvey are who I'm picking. Start 2, Olave, McConkey, Collins. I got Collins. I got Olave. Michael Wilson or Sutton. I got Michael Wilson. Ladder, Tet. I got... Give me the laddie. That's close, though. So that one's close. Michael or Sutton. I got Michael Wilson. Neal or Aaron Jones. I got Neal. Johnson or Jones. I got Jones. Judkins or Jones. I got Judkins. Sharp or Spears. I got Charbonnet. Appreciate you, Lajiba Gabo James. I think that's LeBron. Judkins or Jones. I got Judkins. Neal or Aaron Jones. I got Neal. Okay. I think it's 1 o'clock. All right. All right, baby. I tried my best. I hope I got you guys, get you guys that win. We need that win, baby. We have a must win this week. If you haven't already, make sure to follow, make sure to like and subscribe if you're on the YouTube page. If you aren't on the YouTube page, go ahead and go over there, like and subscribe, and I'll help you out. We can actually try to watch the games together until TikTok says, hey, you suck. Why are we doing this? So let's go ahead and do that. How do we feel about that? Huh? We'll put on Red Zone. They're probably going to say, you suck soon. So we won't listen to the games, though, because that would be bad. That is no bueno. All right? So let's listen to these games. I got to change my sourcing. Whoa. What happened? What happened? Oh, GG's. GG. Chat, I'm going to be cooked. TikTok's going to get me. Jaden Higgins or Michael Pittman? I got Michael Pittman still. Guys, I'm going to stop the questions as it is 1 o'clock, baby. We are done with the questions. I'll try. Hopefully you have some time. Shakir, Vidal, Keenan Allen, Michael Wilson. I got Shakir and Michael Wilson. Start 2, Marv, Franklin, Gainwell, or Judkins. I got Judkins, and I have Marv barely over Franklin, but I do like Franklin. Okay. Let's get to this. Let's watch the games with me. You can hear my announcing abilities. It's amazing, actually. I'm actually a really good announcer. Anybody who's ever bragged about themselves is actually not good at anything. Let's be honest here, chat. Haven't you heard anybody? Oh, I'm putting a video on. Why am I not doing the browser? So stupid. Why am I doing that? See, this is why you shouldn't trust me. But I do appreciate you trusting me. It is much appreciated. Let's put the Chrome on. Let's put it above. Chat. I'm cooked. Chat, they won't let me. Chat! They won't let me. Look, see? Chat won't let me put the game on. Chat, how do I put the game on for you guys? Turn around. Maybe if I do a display. Oh, shoot, chat. Is it 2? Let's see. It's probably myself. Chat. That's not good. Chat, help me out here. $5 or Wandell. I still got Wandell. Trying to play you guys something. A little something. Okay, I gotta get to see which one of my browsers is the one. Or what my display settings is like. Tell me what you see. Oh, that's why. That was why it didn't work. Because that was you guys. I hope. Whoa. That's creepy, y'all. Chat, that's me twice. Do you hear me twice? Check yes. Type in a W, if that's me twice. Capture cursor. No, we never capture the cursor. I capture the flag, though. Nobody's in the chat. Everybody's just listening. Oh, okay. Okay. This is impossible. Anybody know how to do this? Jordan, you know how to do this? I see you followed. Thank you. That's why I said your name. Not trying to be creepy. They won't let me. I don't know how people do it. Okay, that's fine. We'll leave. We need to leave anyways before people come and get me. All right, guys. Appreciate you dropping in here. Make sure to follow if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. And lock in for week 13. Lock in, baby. Appreciate you guys on the YouTube. If you hopped in on the YouTube, appreciate you so much hopping in here. But we're going, baby. We gotta leave.